if you are to compare the red chilies and the green one, which one do you think people like to consume it most?
It's like this. Red chili is demanded by a particular market abroad. Red chili pays more money. But as I told you, it takes longer to mature to become red. And when it matures to become red, that's also the longer it will take to get the other cycle of flowering and getting fresh chili again. Meaning in the year, you'll harvest fewer times compared to when you do green. And much as it is giving you a lot of money, you'll harvest fewer times. Green is the most loved by the export market and also the consumers. This one is for a particular segment of people that want the red, fresh, but green, they normally take it in huge volumes. That's why we also prefer green, because then you are able to harvest every after 2 weeks, and you harvest it well. Also, much as the people tend to want to consume when something is red, that's when it is ripe. But in cooking, most people find when they are even in salads, they cut. You will always see that it is green chili, the green chili that they put in. And so I would say that the green chili really is much more creative than the red.
Okay. There are some other chilies that you see them just drying up. I believe, like in some other crops, you can notice it when something is infected.
Yes.
So how long does it take for an infected chili to show signs?
Actually, some of these ones, even after transplanting as it grows, you'll see one plant is growing quite healthy, but the other one somehow is not as vigorous and aggressive like the other. Then you start sensing, much as it will even grow, it is giving you fruit, but even the fruit it is giving you is not as healthy. You find we come in, we try to spray, but you find there's no change. So when I got in touch with the agronomists from the ministry, including the agronomists from the company, exporting companies that we work with, they told me it is a virus. That's the word they used.
Okay.
And they told me that it does not have any cure. The best solution is to uproot before it infects, because I think maybe when bees come and they pollinate this one, they end up also transfer. Yes, and that's how it gets on infecting the other ones. So they always advise that we just shake off the soil there, and then carry it without allowing all the soil to go on dropping, and throw it away, and then you keep on. So we did that. We did that for this garden, but I think unfortunately this part of the land maybe has some many virus, or this kind of virus that has been affecting this chili, and that's why you find that the garden is really it has changed a bit, and so we've decided to take a deliberate action not to harvest from this part of the garden.
Okay.
Yes.
So it means these, like some of these that are drying up, this could be also infection, or they're just old?
No, this one drying up like this, if you see it on top like this is hailstorm that affected it.
Okay. That's hailstorm.
There are those ones which are going to grow and start dry properly, and then you just know it is basically aging. You see that one?
Okay.
Now that's an example. You see it is very healthy, but by the time it is red and fresh to be picked, we don't have an order. You can only come to pick when you have an order. And by the time you come to pick, you find this one which was red and fresh, after 3-4 days it's drying up. So you leave it. You only go for that one now, which will have turned red, fresh, and really very attractive to the eye, like this one.
So with chilies, you only harvest it on order?
Yes. You only harvest for order. The only other one which you can harvest and dry is what they call the African bird's eye. The tiny ones are traditional small chilies.
Okay.
Those ones, they normally grow them, harvest, dry, and package, and wait for the market for those who want it. It also, the demand is so high, but it's normal. It's not people don't like growing it because it's so hot. Even when you're harvesting, it burns your fingers. Even when you eat, even if you wash how, you cannot get rid of that bitterness. You're eating food, you're eating chili, it can take even up to 3 days. So that one, people don't normally go for it so much.
So what's the difference between this and the other tiny one that we used to know?
Okay, I would say that maybe this is more of a hybrid.
Okay.
Because this I planted by getting it from the circuits, and it was brought all the way from Malaysia, according to these agro shops that sell them in Kampala. If you go to Container Village, and then the other, when you go to some of these exporting companies, they'll be able to refer you to some of these. And so, but the other one is our traditional small, African bird's eye. And they call it the birds like. By the way, another challenge with this chili, birds like chili so much, they eat it up, especially the small ones. And I think that explains why we don't see birds just falling sick anyhow. There's no hospital particularly for birds and so forth. They can eat that tiny bitter thing like it is sweet. You see?
And they're cured.
Yes. So I think that's one of the tricks when people, especially naturalists or people that recommend herbal treatment and so forth, they always go for this chili. I think there's a very good secret behind it.
Yeah, just now. So you have tackled something about these challenges. Apart from birds, what else affect these?
Apart from birds, as I told you, we have the hailstorm. That one is natural. It comes, falls, and it ravages the whole garden. That means you have to clean the garden by harvesting and pouring away that product, and then allow it to flower again, which is quite costly. Then, of course, we have the diseases, as I've told you. This one, for instance, is a viral infection, and we have those that are fungal. We also have the pests, like the fruit fly, that likes to come and lay eggs in the flowers. So if you leave it to ripen, and if it has some eggs that are now maybe at the level of maggots or eggs, you'll find that when they take it in the lab, they might end up rejecting the whole consignment. That's why we are laying traps in the garden to be able to capture some of these stickers that come, attract these insects that get stuck on them.
Okay. And then, like, we know most of our plants here in northern Uganda are always fighting like pests like squirrels. Do they also feed on these chilies?
No, apparently we don't have any challenge that there may be these other bigger pests, let's say rats or rabbits that would come and ravage. No, that's why we've been able to plant it at the extreme, if you've noticed.
Yeah.
And we have quite a lot of monkeys around, and not even a monkey can tamper. It's welcome to eat as much as it can, but I know it cannot manage to eat the bitter, fruit, this bitterness. If it was maize, it would be a different topic here. But we don't have any particular pests that are really disturbing us.
Okay, growing up, we used to know that when you're going to a chilies garden, you have to dress, You have to dress and cover every part of your body.
Okay.
Because whenever you touch anything, don't even temper to touch your face or any open part of your body. Yes. Otherwise, you'll end up regretting. So for you who is watching us outside there, you can subscribe to our YouTube, and then you also check on Lad Mixed Farm so that you should know more about this chilies thing, because it's something so good. And this is a type that is not like our traditional type. It's kind of hybrid, and if you're saying they are big in size, not like the tiny chilies that we used to know in our culture. So Mr. Arthur, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.